Good morning, Professor Rain. This is my nurse to nurse aide gaining rapport and how to maintain it using high quality connections. Energy. I am a very big believer in energy. I can feel that of others, and I know that they can feel mine. When trying to gain rapport with someone that gets to that high quality connection that makes all relationships work, we must first be present. Um, so, as Dutton chapter 2 states, attention is a precious commodity. So, things to look out for are body language. And I'll get a little bit more into that. Um, what are we looking at? Are we paying attention? Are we acknowledging the actual conversation? A lot of times, someone is talking to us. We all have all these things in our minds. We're kind of drifting off in and out. Have we given actual attention to the person that's talking to us? Again, attention is a precious commodity. Conversation, the actual conversation. When talking with someone, it is important to exhibit active listening skills. This is something that we learned in nursing school. This is something that I learned as a child. This can include paraphrasing or summarizing what that person has said to you. So this shows them that you were actually listening instead of just kind of faking it. Yeah, oh, really? Cool. Things like that. If you kind of talk to them about maybe a similar situation, or maybe you can relate to them somehow. You resonate with what they're saying. You can talk about things that they've actually mentioned. They're going to know that you're paying attention. Pay attention to your body. So if your arms are crossed and you're stiff, that person may feel like you're almost kind of annoyed or just waiting for the conversation to end. Um, I've seen this time and time again, especially with nurses and nurse aides. Um, most of the nurse aides that I've met in my career are very talkative people. They're very open. Um, they love people, they love helping, they want to talk. So nurses oftentimes are kind of short, sweet, to the point. So it's hard to kind of get that dynamic to mesh well. Um, Maintaining eye contact and not getting distracted. Again, we're doing 100 things at one time. Um, it's easy to kind of drift off and focus on something else. Um, Take whatever someone is telling you seriously. That's a big one too. My experiences as a charge nurse, I am in charge of my nurse aides. This also means that I am an advocate for my nurse aides and I will always, always have their backs. This can mean, looking out for them in potentially dangerous situations. This can mean making sure that they have the staff they need in order to do their jobs um, properly. If not, that means that I'm their person. I'm going to help them. This can also mean making sure they are being treated fairly by coworkers and or patients, patient families, doctors, anybody really. I'm kind of taking them under my wing. I chose to do my mini HQC experiment with a coworker and certified nurse's aide, Katie. Katie is one of the best nurse aides, if not the best one that I know. We work so well together as a team and have been able to actually become close friends in the last few years. This is because her and I understand each other. We listen, we communicate with each other. If there's a problem, we discuss it with genuine intent to make things easier for each other, um, along with everybody else. But ultimately, because we are able to communicate, pay attention to each other, actually listen to each other, we are able to make the best team. Um, I can tell you that our patients are very, very well taken care of, almost to the point of spoiling them. I never ever miss the opportunity to tell Katie how much I appreciate her help and how well she has done. Even if there's no clear reason for saying so, I'm gonna make sure that she knows that she is valued and she is worthy anyway. And that's kind of my main thing with all of my nurse aides. Um, Definitely just showing appreciation often and for no reason. Challenges that arise and how we overcome. One challenge in this scenario that may come up is the fact that nurses are higher in rank than nurse aides. Sometimes you start to see this sort of almost like a power struggle. It's unfortunately, that is a common thing amongst nurses. My aides and I do not have this issue. I do not believe that any one person is greater than or of more value than another. And I combat that with, just by making it a point to make sure that they all know this, how I feel. And I think they can sense it, they can feel it. They know that. I treat everyone the same. Follow the golden rule, treat people how you want to be treated. It's pretty simple. Um, I don't want anyone to ever feel like I'm kind of rushing them out of a conversation or that I don't care, or that I'm just kind of waiting for it to be over, to end. I am going to always make sure that they know that they are appreciated, and not many people can do what they do, and that's pretty amazing. Um, Janitor or CEO, you will be treated with the same respect by me. And that's it. That was my little mini experiment there. Thanks for listening.